It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline: Who will tame the mad dogs in Nnamdi Kanu left behind? By Kalu Nwokoro Idika. The news in full. Since the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, was rearrested by General Muhammadu Buhari-led regime, the separatist group appears to be sliding into an irredeemable anarchy. The present situation in IPOB, however, can be likened to that of sheep without a shepherd. Beginning from the Central Command of IPOB, DOS, that is the Director of State for the IPOB, down to the unit level, there is serious chaos as the shepherd who arrogated the Supreme Commander title to himself is no longer around to control the sheep. Many have wandered away, while others are vowed to unleash mayhem and drink the blood of the innocent. The disturbing question is on the lips of everyone. That is, who will save the southeast region from the mad dogs Nnamdi Kanu left behind before his arrest, armed with AK-47. From chasing terror, herdsmen away from the bushes, now the same AK-47 is being used to intimidate and chase students away from school in Alaigo. The same gun is being used to kill innocent men and women who disagree with their antiquated approach to civil issues. Who will tame these mad dogs for Indigo? The Directorate of State, DOS, of IPOB seems helpless as the absence of Nnamdi Kanu has finally exposed their emptiness and powerlessness. Nobody takes order from the DOS again. Even before now, the figureheads that make up the DOS are nothing but bootlickers of the Supreme Commander. Alaigo is burning, and some folks have chosen to keep quiet because they don't want to be insulted or get killed. The other day, an Anglican priest in Imo State, Emeka Merenu, was murdered in church, while another young barrister, Darlington Omekagu, was brutally shot on the chest by these same ruthless murderers who claim to be owners of Biafra. The Anglican priest who was killed and his car set ablaze was trying to secure the mission school, where he was the principal, according to multiple sources. Sources said that the sit at home on the 14th of September degenerated into an exchange of gunfire between the outlawed Eastern Security Network ESN and the Nigerian military in Osu local government area of Imo State. The priest, according to reports, was worried over the safety of his students who were writing West African examination, so he decided to shut down the school gates to prevent any form of attack. There was never a time he invited soldiers into the school for protection as alleged by the IPOB in their barbaric manner, tagged him a saboteur, and later butchered the innocent man with gun in his personage. Who will tame these mad dogs for Indigo as the shepherd is out of sight? IPOB USA and Europe are in complete disarray, each fighting to outsmart one another for money. It has become a case of dog eat dog. These untamed dogs and their media bandwagons have succeeded in setting Alaigo on fire over a convoluted dream that is beyond their immediate reach. This evil has lingered enough. We have to bail the water while it is still ankle deep before the evil that will come with it will consume what's left of Alaigo. A stitch in time saves nine. Kalu Nwokoro Idika, who is a writer and investigative journalist. And this is what Kalu had actually said about this is what, yes, his name is Kalu Nwokoro Idika, who claims to be a writer and investigative journalist, has said about the Nnamdi Kanu led organization, which is the Indigenous People of Biafra. And this has caused a whole lot of uproar on social media because it seems that it is not substantial and it does not really understand the context that is going on, with respect to this in Nnamdi Kanu's case and the people of Biafra. He is saying that the separatist group is actually sliding into an irredeemable anarchy, and that the present situation in IPOB can be likened to that of a sheep without a shepherd, and that many have wandered away while others have decided to unleash mayhem on innocent citizens of the country, and that is because Nnamdi Kanu is still at the DSS facility, arrested and waiting trial for October 21st, 2021. And the writer is of the opinion that the Biafrans, yes, IPOB, that is the indigenous people of Biafra, actually who are actually trying to claim, ownership of the Biafra, are actually the one that killed one Anglican priest in Imo State, Emeka Merenu, who was murdered in his church, and then another one of young barrister Darlington Omekagu, trying to say that the Anglican priest was trying to secure the mission school because of the students that were writing WAEC, according to multiple sources, and that while he was trying to close the gate to prevent any form of attack, that the indigenous people of Biafra came and they tagged him in sabotio and they butchered the innocent man. But reactions, to all this that the investigation journalist has written is that it actually he actually wrote a beautiful piece, but it lacked substance, because he made some accusations that portrayed current Eastern dilemma but left no line of suggestive cure. Because if Nnamdi Kanu is the man that have what it takes to tame the mad dogs, according to him, then they suggest that the entire Eastern leaders should demand for his immediate release and then go into dialogue with him for a way forward, because it has proven that deploying troops against the mad dogs, as he called them, only toughens them to cause deadlier havoc. So this was actually a comment by one Steve Anyaogu, saying that if the writer is of the opinion that they are doing this, they are causing havoc because Nnamdi Kanu, who is actually fighting for a just cause, because according to the law and even the international law, self-agitation, self-determination is actually not a crime. So he has made no crime against the federal government. So therefore, if he's actually doing this, and his lovers are causing causing mayhem in his word, agitating for his release, because for Upton's time, the IPOB had actually been debunking that they are not involved, that they are actually a cultured and responsible organization, and they are not involved in wrecking anything. In fact, there was some times ago, some people, IPOB debunked it, that they were not the ones. Some people actually went to a school, they burnt down the school, they burnt down motorcycles of people. And to clear the head, the indigenous people of Biafra, their leaders, according to Emma Powerful, who is their media and publicity spokesperson, said that they had to give money for the rebuilding of that school, to renovate it, and also that anybody who lost a motorcycle in that in that pathetic situation where some people claiming to be IPOB perpetrated that evil act, then they are going to buy new motorcycles for them. They should put their name down. You understand? So now, if this writer is claiming that Nnamdi Kanu is the reason, why his people are doing any form of agitations and the like, then Steve Anyaogu is of the opinion that what they need to do is that the Eastern leaders should demand for his immediate release, because he is still guided by the Constitution, and therefore they should go into dialogue with him for a way forward. And by that way, then they can now look for a way to settle this amicably, because this, like, keeping him there would only toughen them to continue to do deadlier things, including the sit-at-home orders, which they have actually declared if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not brought to court, on October 21st, 2021. Therefore, one Chisom Mercy had actually said also that there is no evidence that the IPOB were the one that are killing these people, because the Fulanis that are doing all the killings in the region, people know them and they have accused them, and the Boko Haram also are killing people, and nobody is doing anything about it. But it's only someone that is fighting for self-agitation that we are attacking. Thanks for listening.